Hello all. I am going live with StreamYard again. It seemed to have had a really good experience with it. I had no complaints about my voice dropping in or out or anything like last couple of times, so we'll continue with that. Thought I would just pull a card for a group card for all of us, just to start off with something a little bit different, something that we can all work with for this very interesting week coming up. So what's going to go on for all of us? What archetype do we need to work with? And that one has a very strong pull. Ooh, it's the empty room. So this is the void. It is where sometimes we can feel quite disconnected, and we want to, instead of sitting in that void space and asking ourselves, well, what's wrong? Reveal it to me, what's going on? Instead, we can like try and pile and clutter up that room with all different stuff. It doesn't surprise me with Halloween or Samhain in the Northern Hemisphere that this one would be coming in, because to me that void space is also that ability to go into that space to hear messages and things as well. So not surprised that that one's come through. It's also quite ironic and quite perfect that I wanted to talk to you about letting go ceremonies and about consciously working with powerful times. Hi everybody, my comments have all just come through. I've got Amanda, Ray, Carmel, Tanny, Tracy, Claire, Haley, Jason. There's lots of lovely Cat Gray, evening, gorgeous, lots of beautiful people on. So I just really feel like as we're coming into this time, it's Beltane down here in Southern Hemisphere. It's about manifestation and what we're wanting, and up in the Northern Hemisphere, it's a Samhain when, you know, to me, it's actually not just being able to communicate with your loved ones. This period of time is the year is when you can really do a self-reflection of what you've been through for the last 12 months and what do you want to actually manifest for the next one. So I think it's a really powerful time to go within yourself and to actually really look at, you know, is there programs that I'm running within myself? Is there personality traits I need to change? Am I repeating my family's problems? Is there something that's been coming up over the last couple of days, or is going to also be appearing like really in your face over the next couple of days? Like, okay, it's really time that I need to look at this within myself. So I think this is a perfect card for what we're going through. Also remember that we've got another full moon as well. So they call it a blue moon when you have two full moons in a month. So that just adds that energy into it as well. I've been feeling energetically quite weird. I'll go through a little bout of almost depression, and then I'm fine and I can flip my energy from positive, and then it goes back to being a bit flat. It's been really unusual for myself. So I was just also seeing how you were all doing. That was my other question, is how is everybody with these energies and these storms and everything that's going on. So I just wanted to briefly talk about letting go ceremonies, and then we'll head straight into some readings. Oh, hi, Alison from the UK, and Kylie, it's your first time here. Yes, thank God it is Friday, Jason. And hi, Haley. So letting go ceremonies don't have to be something that you have to put beads on and paint your face and jump around a fire. It can actually be quite simple, but it's very profound because you put a lot of thought into it, and it's about your intention. So hi, Nikki. Hi, Samantha. So I'm going to tell you three, actually maybe just the two of the main ones that I do. Is one, I like to use fire, and one I like to use water. So I will actually, when I want to let something go, I will clearly state, like a declaration on a piece of paper, what I'm wanting to let go of, what I'm not wanting in my life anymore, and then I roll it away from me because I'm not wanting it. If I want to use it, wanting to manifest, I roll it towards me. So I'll clearly write everything that's down, and then I will I try to do it outside. If I can't create a fire, I'll take a candle outside, and even I burnt the paper just on a flat rock, and I'll sit there and I really will go into my intention of exactly what I want to let go of, and I picture my life without those things in them, and I then I'll burn it. Or I have it in the past as well. I've actually, when I've done it in a group setting, we all wrote down the things that we wanted to release, and I actually buried them under a pot plant. I planted some lavender. So I feel like it's really nice to, every time I see that lavender, I see a positive thing of the things that I'm letting go. How I use water is I usually use water for more positive manifestations. Yes, I'll do some cards reading soon, honey. So with water, if you've all seen Dr. Emoto's messages of water, water, love and gratitude can actually be such a positive vibration. So once again, I will write down everything that I'm wanting, and then I'll put it in the water and I speak to it as a whole. I'm grateful for everything, but I'm ready to change. And I will go in and I'll just what intuitively comes through. I say prayers, I can do all kinds of stuff. And then I will actually take that sodden piece of paper and I'll bury it, and the water goes onto a plant as well. So just little things like that. I tend to create different ceremonies for all kinds of stuff. And when I do mandalas, the goddess group, it's like I'll get the ceremony in bits and pieces. It's quite fascinating. So I just want people not to be scared of experimenting and creating these ceremonies for yourselves, because it's just such a powerful tool to not only start trusting yourself and using your own intuition, but also to work with the energies that's happening at the moment. And it's a very powerful time of what's coming up for the next few days, so we may as well use them. So would anyone who is brave enough, would they like to write down something that they're ready to let go of? And I will actually add that into a ceremony that I'm doing. So you're more than welcome. So, you see what you're doing. Oh, hi, Nicole. So we're going to jump into cards in a second. I put in a little banner across there. I've just actually started a Facebook group called Sovereign Circle with Jess Beard. So I did that because I want to create a really lovely space which is very supporting and uplifting. So if you're interested in joining a group to learn more about archetypes, about your sovereign self, self-esteem, soul esteem, those kinds of things. So November's theme, I'll be working on cultivating soul esteem. So I'll be working on that theme for the entire month. And other things mixed in about archetypes and whatever comes up organically with everybody. So the link to that is in the description. So let's go. Oh, Nicole, I know this lovely lady in real life. So she has popped on. I'm actually going to squeeze her in with her gorgeous hair. I've always been jealous of people who have curly hair. And I'm going to ask general guidance, just see what archetypes need to be worked with at this moment. Oh, you got the siren. The Siren can be such a powerful card because you can call in what you need, and it's a card of compulsion. So on one level, you're on like this compulsive journey and you can't really stop. You might be, trying to stop, but you can't really. But the flip side of it is also you can literally call in what you need to aid you at the moment. I'm going to give you another card just to see if it's going to be working in a particular part of your life, but I kind of feel like you're quite ready to be calling in what you're wanting. Just going to see if I can get something else. The Mother. Oh, I think that's archetypal for the Divine Feminine. Okay. So that is that Siren card. You're being called, called to service, called up to action. It's a compulsive energy. You can run away with it, but you'll just get pulled back in. It's like those sirens on the rocks that called the sailors in. It's just pure compulsion. But the flip side of it is, remember, you can also call in what you need. If you need support with something or other, just ask. If you need to manifest something, put it out there. Say, hey guys, do you want me to do this? I need this. I really feel like this Mother card is not actually a physical mother, it's the mother, it's the Divine Feminine. So I feel like you'll be drawn to helping with like females, women's circles, women's groups, very nurturing. I know personally that you have been telling me about those goddess cards, but it's more than just the goddess. I actually feel like it's like personal work with females. And we've got a little bit more work to do with trusting yourself, but also your creative process. So when you really want to create something, I want you to take it inside. It's also work with the cave energy, actually. So your gems, your hidden best parts are going to be within the mountain, within yourself. That's where you got to go in. But also, like when you're really wanting to manifest something and you're really wanting to create something, I'm getting this like, don't tell too many people, or only the people that's going to really be able to hold the vision with you. Not anyone that's going to go, oh, yeah, right, Nikki, you've tried to do that 3,000 times. You don't need that energy. You need people that can hold the vision. If you don't trust that anyone, like it's such a big vision that you're having, then don't tell anyone. Keep it within your mountain. Does that resonate? Okay, now let's scroll up a little bit. Okay. Oh, some more popped all through. Okay. So because I had a delay with the first part, anyone wanting a reading that's still on, could you, I know it's annoying, but could you just ask again and I'll pick from the bottom? It's just done this weird glitch thing with the first lot of people. Okay, Cat Grey. What have we got for Cat Grey? What does she need? Well, the Maiden flew out. We'll keep that in mind. But I don't really trust cards that fly out as much, because the way I draw a card is my eyes like zoom in on, like it's a bifocal, like a lens on a long distance camera. My eye gets sucked to a certain card, so I trust that more than a card that flies out. But I do acknowledge it, so we might need some of the Maiden. We'll just see. The Thread. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Okay, so this is quite clear, Kat. We have the Thread card, which is seeing the connection between everything and its synchronicities. So it's like you walk out the door and you might meet 5 different people, but they all have something that interlinks them all. It's like if you have a pattern or a personality trait or a family trait or something that's, you know, you're wanting to release, you walk outside your door and all of a sudden everything is like over and over. It's the one message. You hop on Facebook, you get an email. So you really start to see like this common thread, and it's like so obvious that the universe is talking to you. I think it's about something you've been striving for. So this medallion card comes through. It can even mean a physical amulet, but I don't feel like it in this instance. It's more like there's something that you've been wanting to obtain, a goal, something you wanted to manifest, something with your business. I just get this striving energy, like something that you've been really wanting. And then you've got that father coming through. I feel like that's divine masculine, and it's you must take action. So if you're seeing the thread between all things, this is a really potent time. If you're wanting to manifest, you need to take action. So the first card's like, see the synchronicities, trust your gut, see it all coming together. Middle one, something you're striving for, something that you want. And then that third card is you must take action, because if you don't, it's kind of like it's all just going to fizzle. It's a really potent time for you. Does that make sense? Do you kind of know what that is that you're striving for, or have you got just a sense of expectation of something to come? I'm actually really kind of curious. Oh, thanks, Nicole. I feel like you really do need to start working with other women. It's going to be really powerful for you. In the future, yes, men might come into the picture, but initially I think it's going to be like women for the first bit. Yes, perfect. Okay. Now, caramel Gillette Ines. All right. I'm playing the guitar. I don't normally get to see pictures, so it's actually cool. And I'm on this new podcast and this new program. I'm like, wow. The bridge. Let me just do another card with that one. The vessel. The riddle. Carmel, are you drawn to mediumship or any of the psychic gifts? I'm just, oh, cat, you know, that's fantastic. That is perfect. Shamanism, you know, brave, but cool. Now, Carmel, I'm just kind of curious because you've got the bridge, the vessel, and the riddle. So the bridge and the vessel is usually somebody who's acting as a messenger for spirit. Then you've got that riddle, which is kind of makes me think like a lot of self-doubt. So if it's not a psychic gift with this card, it quite often is the bridge is like the person that people go to confine their problems in because they know that you're going to give good advice. So I wonder whether or not you're one of those people that people just come and you know, tell your problems or different things. I get a sense that it doesn't particularly drain you too much. Some people who that happens to, they get their empath goes into shadow and they get really drained and they have no sense of boundaries. But instead, like with that vessel cup, I just feel like you've got a huge container, a huge well of grace, and that you can really support people. So it's really quite lovely. But that riddle card, it's like you're really questioning, like, why am I being like always people asking me questions, or if it's about the spiritual gift, it's like, what's it all mean? What's going on? It's the riddle card doesn't come through too often for me. It's usually when someone's in a highly questioning time, like, what is the meaning of all this? So I'm very curious. I'd like to see which of the two, because I can't really sense exactly which one it is. It could be both. So Chandel Light. That is a cute little picture. Oh, thanks. That's lovely, Carmel. Do people come and you're at a crossroad and you're very questioning things? So that's that riddle card being strong. Are you a very spiritual person? You feel drawn to, you have spiritual gifts and talents, or is it more that you are the confidant, that people come and will ask you advice, or you just give really good advice to people, you know, instead of just like, there, you'll be fine. It's actually quite, you know, important. Good advice, solid advice, practical advice. Okay, Chandel Light. What have we got for you, Chandel? Oh, you got an initiation card. So Animal Monday is the connection to all things. It's the spirit of the world. It's a very shamanic card to me. So it's really asking you to connect with your spiritual self. If you've got spiritual gifts and talents, you really need to come through. If you've got you know, drawn to any particular modality, then you really must work with it at the moment and just pursue that esoterical knowledge. I'm just going to pull you another one. Holy sugar. You got a second initiation card. Are you going through like an amazingly transformative time and you think you're going a little bit nutty? You got gnosis this time. So a gnosis is innermost knowing and mystical truth. So this one's about working with your intuition, where this one's like the connection with all things. This is to have two right beside each other. I'm going to just draw another one. If you get a third initiation card, I'm going to pray for you. You got the orphan, so that's feeling a little bit lost and a little bit abandoned and a little bit lonely through it all. Yes, in a way I think I do. I give advice. My profile pic is my dad passed away. Oh, I couldn't see if it was a man or a woman. My pictures aren't that great, are they, Carmel? So back to Chandel. So Chandel, I'm very curious how you've been feeling, because initiation 1, initiation 2, and then that orphan and abandonment. I'm lost, I'm alone, like what's going on? So this one here is actually, sorry, this webcam drives me nuts. So this one here, this one's really going to be able to help you deal with this one, because this one's that innermost knowing. You really need to start trusting yourself, trusting your gut instincts. You know, if your intuition's saying, I need to learn this, I need to do this, I need to go there, then you really need to start trusting it, because when you're in initiation and activation and all that, if you can go with the flow and if you can really embrace the changes on all levels, then it doesn't last as long. You know, if you fight it, your initiation lasts for years and you end up getting exactly where you needed to be anyway. So remember, when it's full on and all kinds of things are going on, just breathe. go and either ground yourself or have a bath or a shower and wash it all away. And remember, you're not alone. Some people in that crazy spiritual, journey forget that there's so many other people around you. So find people that support you as you're going through it. People that are on the similar paths to you in high vibration. While you're going through this, you do not need negative Nancy's. You need really strong, uplifting, supporting people. And don't forget to reach out and ask for help if you need it at any stage from people that you trust. Oh, and discernment just come in. Don't give your power away to people who like guru energy, like they're telling you there's something wrong with you or make you feel like there's something wrong with you. If you get any sense of that, you need to back away and run for your life, because you don't need that energy. Those two cards are really about you stepping up into yourself, and there's plenty of teachers and mentors and guides and beautiful people out there who are in their integrity. But if anyone makes you feel less than, or that there's something wrong with you or anything like that, your little spidey sense says there's something wrong, trust it and run away. Oh, Chantel, that's beautiful. You've done amazing. Okay. So, Nikki, with a green heart. Beautiful. Yes, Chandel, you're going to have a very interesting time of it, and it's not going to feel like it's done like that. Initiations are on all levels. It's emotional, it's physical, mental, spiritual. It's through your friendships, your family, through your inner work. Like, it's, to have two back to back, you're going to be on a fun time of it, very transformational. This time next year, you remember Halloween next year, and you look back at your life and how much it's changed, and you'll be going, whoa. And it could even go longer than that, depends on what kind of initiations you're bringing through. But definitely over the next 12 months, some biggies. Now on to little Miss Nikki. What card for Nikki? Miss Nikki, I actually feel you didn't like me saying that. So sorry. The riddle. So there's something in your life, Nikki, that you are questioning. And I've got the castle. So is that jobs or is it about your house? All right, Nikki, one more card. The dead end. You love Miss Nikki? Well, that's a relief, because I had like this, like, I didn't know that that could have been, any one of us who didn't like pet names. I use pet names all the time. I call everyone Blossom, Buttercup, and all kinds of weird stuff. The riddle. You are questioning something that's in your life. There's a big question for you. What should you do? Why is something or other happening? The job. So you got the castle, which is all about security. Now these two, and then you got the dead end. So that could literally mean you need to start looking and changing your career. Or it could be that there's something within your current position that's holding you back, or something that needs to kind of be shifted for you to be happy. Are you, I used to get called that from a friend years ago, business. So are you do you have your own business, or are you thinking about starting one? Because I'm just trying to work out whether or not that's telling you to move, or whether it's something internal that you need to let go of. Two things, a job and a business. So there's something in your life, whether it's a personality trait, that is kind of needs to be let go of, whether it's a fear or of something holding you back, it's procrastination or time management. I have a feeling like it's something specific. So it's literally like something you need to shut the door on. If you shut the door on one thing, this card means that other ones open up, but you do have to kind of slam the door shut. So also a job I'm wondering about. It's kind of a little bit too hard to just do with 3 cards and the times that I've got. So that's I really feel like that's actually more like a personality thing with the business that you're starting. But it could also be a warning of maybe not to do the other one, or if you've got any kind of concerns that any one of them's like just not the right thing, it's toxic, it's giving you a bad vibe, any of those things, then you slam the door shut on that one and focus energy into whichever one's going to give you the most joy and nourishment. But also, as I was saying at the beginning of all of this, with it being a really potent time for letting go of stuff, if you've got any fears at all that is holding you back from, a business that you're starting or wanting to start, now is a really potent time to do a little letting go ceremony and let go of any fears or doubts, any critical self-thoughts, anything like that. So yes, it's not the world's clearest reading, Nikki, because I just feel like so it's like you've got so many different options. But I'll definitely say this to you: if you do have any fears, self-doubt, self-critical thoughts, you really need to work on them, because they're going to hold you back from your full potential in that business. And I'll also say trust your gut. If anything is giving you a big this is wrong, then slam the door. Okay. Amanda would love a card. Amanda Lee Williams. That's a really nice name. It's got a good ring to it. Hi, I'm Amanda Lee Williams, here to change the world. You know, you can put that on a business card. Now, Ray, I'll get to you in a second, darling. Now, let's go for you, Amanda. The Orphan. So that's kind of like abandonment and feeling a bit lonely. Fear of rejection, maybe. Just going to see if I can get an idea of which area in your life it's in. Ooh, the Mystic. Mystics come through. So this is spiritual self. So are you surrounded by people that have no real same sense of spiritual beliefs that you do, or you're changing and they're not, and you're feeling that little bit lonely? That kind of is resonating. So you've got the stone, which is a wonderful card to come in through it. So the Orphan can literally be the wounded child archetype. A lot of people come in with that wounded child, like there's something that needs to be healed from their childhood, there's something wrong, there's something inside of them, their inner child's faulty, all those kinds of feelings. Or it could actually literally be abandonment issues. The Mystics come through, which, Amanda, it is super powerful. So it is esoterical knowledge and the pursuit of it, and spiritual beliefs. So it's like a very highly spiritual card. It's where you constantly need to learn, and it's the seeker. You're quite happy to. So you're curious about this, you're curious about that. You'll read this book, do that. And like I can see maybe workshops or online courses, or do like all different kinds of things. I feel like you're a little bit of a spiritual sponge, but it also get a bit of a feeling like you're feeling a little bit lonely, that not as many people around you is on the same path as you. You've kind of branched off. This third card's amazing for that. It's the stone. Hang on, it's that way. So the stone is this grounded amazing energy where you're just right feeling that in your solar plexus that you can just weather any storm. So it's going to really call in and get you through any kind of spiritual crises, that feeling of loneliness. It gives you that strength to pursue yourself, even if you are feeling like a little bit of a black sheep. Hope that resonated. Let me know. Now, I did see you on quite a while, Ray, so I noticed you a few times, that will pop you through. Well, let's see what we come through for you. So, we've got the poet, and we have got You're most welcome, Amanda. I really feel like it's going to be an interesting time for you. Do you have are you on a spiritual journey, like a clear one at the moment, or are you being called to it? And do you feel like you're supported with people with similar beliefs, or are you feeling a little bit lonely? So let's go through this one. So we've got the poet. Now the poet, this card, Ray, is actually, I find people with this card very courageous, because they can go into the darker emotions of themselves, their shadow side, but also look at the underbelly of society and the underbelly of the world, and they can really journey into it, and they can bring back the issue and then word it in a way for all of us to really understand it. So it's like, activism or highly creative stuff, and through your words, either written or verbal, you're able to express really deep emotional languaging and epiphanies to people who kind of lack that. And I feel like it's a time when it's actually you're going to be going within yourself, and really going into your psyche and your shadow work and seeing if there's something that's been holding you back from your full potential. The empty room came through for you, which was that first card. I should have brought some water in with me this time, I forgot. So the empty room is that void space, which really allows you to go in and do that work upon yourself. It really allows you to do everything that you need to, your epiphanies, your inner soul work, your journaling, anything that's creative for you. Oh, thanks, Ray. So I'm happy it's resonating with you. You've got the womb that's come through, which I feel like is more self-exploration for yourself. It's while you're working on yourself, you're also helping the divine feminine, and it's really loving yourself as a woman, and also as, I really just almost get you patting your stomach, you know what I mean? Like, I'm actually happy being a woman, and like patting yourself, and it sounds a bit weird, but it's like you're getting even more comfortable within your own skin, and that's really powerful. And you may even go on to really help people with self-love and different things, because remember that poet card, you can really help people to connect with their stuff, because you've got the languaging skills to do it, which sometimes people lack those emotional languaging skills, and the people who got that poet card and they can really go in and work with that archetype, it's powerful. So I hope that resonated. I'm right in this phase now. I left a relationship to journey inwards. Yeah, I can really get a sense of that, and you're quite okay with it, because you realise that the work is actually more important, and it couldn't be, you couldn't have done it while in that relationship. I'm moving into a new career related to help and healing, so it makes sense. Yes, you're going, like, I really can see profound shifts and changes, and as it comes through and as you're doing different things, just trust your instincts, and it's as you're living it, you'll have more lessons and more epiphanies, and it's going to be really beautiful. So you definitely made some really fantastic choices. Your soul's very happy. So hi Tracy Ann. Now, did you want a reading, Tracy? Now, Haley Marie, I think you have been asking for a while as well. So let's see what we've got coming up for you. Oh, you're most welcome, Ray. I'm just so happy it resonated for you. Okay. So, Haley, oh, you've got the tear, which is death and rebirth. So Haley, have you got something that's going on in your life which is a big change, something that you're mourning, but something that you're birthing as well? This card usually comes through when we've let go of something, and you know, you're sad to see it go, a little bit of a mourning, but then there's that rebirthing of a whole new thing. So it's I find it, the tear, a very sacred card, and it's also a card which sometimes means just have a good cry. If you hop in a bath or a shower and just howl it out, and I say this to men as well when I'm helping them in couples counselling, or if they come to me one-on-one, and you know, sometimes having a private cry is like the most amazing thing you can do. Just going to see what else comes through. The ring, breaking of cycles. So, what cycles within yourself have you let go of recently, or are you about to let go of them? It's that time of the year, like I was saying. Let it go, let it go. Isn't that like a Frozen song? I'm one of the few people on the planet that hasn't seen Frozen. So that's that tear card we talked about. Death and rebirth, letting go of things. We've got the ring, which is cycles, repetitive patterns within ourselves. So, you know, really look at the things in your life that you keep doing over and over and over, and you want to break from it, because it can come through. And that mentor card is somebody is going to come through and is going to help. I don't feel like an overly big mentor. They're just going to hold space for you as like a sacred witness kind of energy. So do you, healing old wounds, ready to let go of old patterns? It's the time, you know, whoever that mentor is. I feel like when this card comes through, I always warn people not to go into any guru or cult-like energy, because sometimes people can be real snake charmers, and they keep saying things repetitively over and over so that you think that there's something wrong with you, but there isn't. So be careful when it comes to the mentor archetype. I feel like whoever's going to come through is actually going to be more like a sacred witness, and it's their job to just hear about you as you're doing the shifting and the work yourself. But I get like this really lovely vibe from the tear card. Like, you really are ready to break those patterns and cycles. You know, the ring, you really are so ready, and the rebirth is just beautiful. So you know, you've got the courage and you've got the power to do it. The new Haley that you're going to birth into, it's just beautiful. So pursue it and do it. You know, just make sure you do. So Tracy Ann, let's see what card we've got for you, my love. archetype does Tracy need? Ooh, the ring. We just had that one. So what cycles need to be looked at in your life? What repetitive patterns are coming forth? I feel like one's going to be really, you know, prominent coming up, Tracy. Beautiful. I'm ready for the change. Long time coming. Thank you so much. It's there, Hayley. You've just got to take that action and really believe in yourself. I believe in you. I can feel it. You know, that rebirth part. It's just so lovely. So you've just got to take those steps and you've got to do it. To follow your gut instincts. Saying take action. You take that action and you do the work and you follow your guts and you do it. And you're just going to be so happy with yourself afterwards. It's beautiful. So Tracy, I feel for you that's one in specific thing. The mentor. Where's my cards? Just I'm just going to smudge my card. This sometimes happens. I was going to start again for you, Tracy, because I pulled the same cards as I did for Hayley, which I was still speaking to her. It's rarer for me to do that, but just to be on the conscious part, I'm just going to re-smudge those and pull some more because it's a bit odd that you get two cards that she got as well. So, what archetypes need to be Tracy? The flame. So you've got flame. So something that's really creative is coming through. So it's like there's more than one different thing. On the card, when I look down at it, you have the one main area and then there's other pyramids behind it. So I do feel like there is, you know, more than one thing that you want to manifest and more than one thing that you want to work on, but there's just one going to come forth as being the most important. You've got the shadow as the second one, which I think is asking for you to go in and do a little bit of inner work and ask, you know, what needs to be let go of when I'm wanting to manifest what it is. And then you've got prayer, which is consciously working with your higher self and the God, goddess energy and your guides and whatever else feels. I always say beings that love me unconditionally. So whatever that flame card is, confront the part of yourself that is showing fears or doubts, the little negative Nancy in the back of your head, something that's coming through, and then you've got that prayer. So you literally just by asking for it, you know, show me the way, help me, you know, it's really going to be so powerful with co-creation and stepping into your power as well. So I find that really quite, it's very potent energy. So I'm really excited for you, Tracy. It's, you know, that one thing you're going to be working on. There's multiple things, but you sit back and go, okay, what's this one thing that I really want to put that sacred flame to? And I see, you know, little hands and the little flames and you're nurturing the flame. So ask yourself, what's the most important thing I need to work on now? What's holding me back? And pray about it. Hey, Diana, it's so beautiful seeing you. And we've got Miranda. We've got Janine Shatford, who came in a bit before Janine. So, let's see if we've got an archetype for you. I get a really strong the river. Now, this is just, you need to surrender at the moment, and I think you're really struggling with surrender. You like to know things, control things, or you just don't like surrendering. Neither do I. I find it one of my biggest things I've had to work on. But when you do surrender, everything in your life is going to go so much easier. So this potent card, like this is really quite potent. And there's a story, an Indian proverb I read somewhere, I think, where if you imagine yourself, if you're like on the in the river, and if you desperately clutch at the banks, then all you're doing is delaying the inevitable because you can't get out of the river. So trust, let go, and even if it gets a little bit, rapids of waters and stuff, you still go into that total surrender of it. It's just such a potent feeling for me at the moment for you. So really work with this archetype. Call it in. Help me to surrender. Come on, guys. I need to surrender to this. And it's really, when people learn to go with the flow, it's like the most powerful aspect, because your kids can be going crazy and you just go with the flow. You could feel like you're going to be running late and you're like, go with the flow. It's like, I can feel it throughout your life, and it'll actually really, really help. So trust in the surrender and really work with it and call it in, because that's going to be really powerful for you, Janine. Like, so powerful. It's all you really need to be doing at the moment. Okay, Marika, I would love a card if you feel drawn to you. Oh, Marika, well, let's see what we've got. The vow. Are you getting married, or are you about to make a sacred vow to the universe? Let's toss the cards. You're most welcome, Janine. You only need the one card. Like, this is, I've got the most biggest, like, if you just work on this, that's the biggest thing at the moment for you, and it's a life changer. And just call it in. Bring me my surrender now. I'm needing to surrender. Powerful. The vow. Questioning something, and they're strong. All right, Marika. So the first card is the vow. Now, this card comes through when people are ready to make a really big change in their life. Quite often it comes in a spiritual sense, like they're ready to dedicate themselves to doing something more, but it can be something as simple as like, I'm going to dedicate myself to going to yoga. I feel like it's a little bit more in the sacred realm, like there's something that you're wanting to dedicate yourself to more in the spiritual sense. You do have that riddle card. Now, this is a really questioning energy. I think this is really tying into that empty room card. It's really the time when we're coming into Halloween, Samhain, Beltane. We're questioning ourselves a lot and our values and the things that we want and the things that we're doing. So, like, whatever you're questioning yourself about with a spiritual sense, I feel like it is about a really spiritual aspect. Like, I had a friend who took a sacred vow about the truth, and she literally, it became so uncomfortable for her to lie, and if people lied to her, she actually could feel it, and her whole life changed. And so that's the power of a sacred vow. So she made truth a fundamental core aspect of herself. And there was all kinds of repercussions about it. So I really feel like you need to make a vow for something within your life. You really need to go into that energy, and there's something within yourself that you're wanting to commit to. You need to stop questioning yourself with that riddle card, and you really need to do it. The third card is beautiful. It's that grounded stone. It's that energy that's so grounded and it's deep, and it's telling you, you know, I can do this. I can get through this. I can weather any storm. I can make these changes. So it's quite beautiful. Does that resonate, Marika? Did you know what the vow was going to be about, or is it something that's going to be coming up? I kind of feel like it's something that you really want to work on. All right. The beautiful Diana. Well, let's see. I think we've got time for you and maybe one more. The dead end. There is a door closing so other ones can open. So I actually get a really positive vibe from this though. There's something that you know that you're wanting to release and let go of. It's the unseen comes up as the second card. So I wonder whether or not it is fears that are holding you back from spiritual gifts. I'm seeing your intuition. It's definitely spiritual. The unseen, it's like the intuition, and I keep getting ching, 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 like up and down. So I'm going to say your intuition, but yeah, it's ching, ching. That's a weird way to describe it, isn't it? The third one, something you're striving for. So I think this is very spiritual. You have that dead end energy. You're needing to close the door on one part of yourself. I think the fears that are, or the habits and things that are holding you back from connecting more with your higher self, trusting in your spiritual gifts, trusting in your spiritual self. I also get like a feeling of, it sounded a bit weird too. You've got your energy field and it's ready to grow bigger. You're ready to expand and expand spiritually. And it's like a fear of holding more, of being more, like your spirituality growing a little bit bigger. I know that sounds a bit odd, but that's just the way I can describe it at the moment. So there's just something within yourself that you need to let go of. It's like a fear and a doubt. And then that beautiful medallion card at the end is that thing that you've been striving for. It's the trophy at the end. It's you're going to win. So you're going to be successful in, you know, letting it go, working with that intuition, and really winning. You're going to get that positive result at the end of it. So that unseen card, that's what I'm really seeing, which is a little bit unusual to describe out loud to somebody, but it's like multiple messages and really trusting yourself in a highly creative time. So that's really, really positive. So I'd be happy with that one, darling. Marika, I'm not sure. I want to work on my spirituality and connections more. I'm not sure if that's it or if it's something else. Thanks so much. I lost my beautiful dog last night. My heart is very broken. I will think some more. I don't really have a medium kind of bone in my body when it comes to connecting with the dead. Not as yet, I'll say. But my heart goes out to you because dogs are, you know, if someone ever comes to me and I'm with them in a session and they're like, you know, I don't know what unconditional love is and different things like that. And I just say to them, have you ever had a dog? And they just stop and they know exactly what I'm talking about, because that is what unconditional love is. It's just that beautiful energy. So I just, you know, I honor your little one. If you've got a picture that you'd like to share with all of us, you're more than welcome to share a little beloved picture. And And my heart really goes out to you in this time. I hope you feel me giving you a giant, squishy, energetical hug from Queensland, because that's just, you know, their family. So, so much love to you, and I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy and all those different stuff, because it's just like when a human passes, there's all the stages of grief. But be really honoured that you had such a beautiful expression of unconditional love, because I do kind of just feel like just such a warm, smiley feeling. And I think I'm tuning into you when you're thinking of your dog and how wonderful, and what their dog brought to you. So my deepest condolences. Now, I have run to the end. I've just gone to an hour. Hi Tracy. Oh Marika, my heart really goes out to you. You know, it's beautiful. And if you don't want to share a picture on there, but you do need a little pick me up or something over during the week, just message me and show me some pictures, and I'll ooh and ah over your little fur baby. That's the least I can do. So I better start wrapping things up. And oh, that's lovely, Kat. And I'm gonna have to wrap this up, guys. I've done an hour. It seems to have gone a lot quicker than I expected. It's been so wonderful. Remember, I've got the new Facebook group, Sovereign Circle with Jess Beard, which is really, I just want it as an uplifting space where we can work on our sovereign selves. So we'll have goals and things that we're wanting to work on, whether it's a personality trait, it's, you know, I want to work on time management skills. So mine's going to be business, and then I'll have spiritual goals as well. I'm always constantly working on something. And I'll also put in teachings about different archetypes and all different kinds of stuff. So I want it to be a really supportive group where we work on ourselves and we support each other. So the details are in the description if you want to join. I do my readings for $50, and I do one-on-one sessions where you can, there are 5 sessions for $300, and you get a free reading with that. So that's, you know, if you've got one aspect that you're really wanting to work on. So say you know that you've got the victim and you can't get out of that victim, or you're sabotaging yourself and you really just need to have really deep personal one-on-one, well then you can work on it at your pace as well. So you could do one a week, you could do one a month, you know, it's up to you at the pace that you're using. So it's been absolute delight. Remember, it is a very powerful next couple of days, planetarily, with the cycles of the earth. I think everybody can feel it coming. Use that energy. Look at yourself, what you want to let go of, what do you want to manifest in, and let go of those cycles. I mean, I just think this is the most potent time on the planet for us to all change. You know, we mostly take advantage of what's happening on the planet and do the most amount of work on ourselves as possible, because it's like a giant pause button for the whole planet. Much love. I must run. It's been an utter pleasure, and you can always connect with me at my page, Inner Alchemist. Send me any messages. Love you lots. Bye.